Hello everyone, it's your girl Brittany Miriki, the founder of Sistas in STEM. Guess what? It's Black History Month! It's time to celebrate everything Black history, Black culture, and Black excellence. But how many of you actually celebrate Black women in STEM? Do you learn about any in school? Go ahead and name a few that you know. I'll wait. Not that many, right? Growing up, I learned about Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Sojourner Truth, but not that many in science, technology, engineering, and math, except for the oh-so-incredible Dr. Mae Jemison. She was the first African-American woman admitted into the NASA's astronaut training program, and she became the first Black woman to travel to space. I'm sure you're thinking, this had to have been so long ago, that we've come so far since then, right? No, this was only in September of 1992. That's less than 30 years ago. Doesn't that make you question, who came before her? Who did she have to look up to? We all got a little taste of history in 2016's popular movie Hidden Figures. It told the story of Katherine Johnson, Mary Jackson, and Dorothy Vaughan, and the impact they made on America's race to space. They each served as human computers in the early years of NASA at the Langley Research Center. They performed and checked calculations for technological developments. Just imagine all the math problems that you do by hand, without a calculator, and much, much harder. Yeah, all these ladies, geniuses. Catherine literally calculated the parabola for the trajectory to get man into Earth's orbit. The men she worked with started trusting her calculations more than the new electronics computers that they had. Dorothy Vaughan was the first Black supervisor at NASA. She taught herself Fortran, which was a language used to work on the new IBM machines, new at that time. She became an expert and ended up teaching others. Mary Jackson put herself through night school and became the first Black female engineer at NASA in 1958. She worked until she raised in the ranks to reach the highest engineering title. The movie did a wonderful job of providing us a little bit of history in an entertaining way. Before its release, Catherine was honored with the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President Obama, and NASA even dedicated a building on their campus to her in her name. These women were far from the only NASA pioneers. Some that you may not have heard of include Annie Easley. Back in 1955, she joined NASA as a human computer in the Glenn Research Center in Cleveland, Ohio. At the time, she was one of 4 African Americans employed there. She ran calculations for a reactor facility and computer programming in a coding language in one of the older coding languages. She worked there for 34 years. Melba Mooten was the assistant chief of research at NASA's Trajectory and Geodynamics group in the 1960s, where she led a group of human computers. She graduated from one of the most well-known HBCUs, Howard University, with her master's in mathematics in 1950. Christine Darden is an aeronautical engineer and data analyst who worked for NASA for 40 years. She became known for her research on sonic boom and supersonic flight. She was the first African-American woman to advance to the Senior Executive Service level, which is the highest ranking for federal civil service. Even though you haven't heard all of their stories, there are plenty of women who have played a major role at NASA and paved the way for us all. Without their hard work, Mae Jemison's major accomplishment wouldn't have been possible. You could be the next creator of the biggest technological advancement. You could cross barriers that others have not. You're defining our legacy, just like other Black women before you. Our Black history is constantly evolving, and someday we just might be celebrating you. I hope you learned a few things in this video. Please make sure you click below to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you can get notified when our next video for this Black History Month series comes out. Head to sistasinSTEM.org so that way you can hear more advice and stories from women of color all over. And follow us on social media at the Sistas in STEM. I'm Brittany Miriki, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. You didn't think I was going anywhere without telling you how to get one of these amazing shirts now, did you? It says, life's better with a sister in STEM. That's our slogan, and you know it's true. Make sure you head to sistasinSTEM.org/shop so that way you can get this shirt and more in our store. Make sure you share your picture with us so we can share it with everyone else too. Thanks. Bye.